Select Pioneer format, select Pioneer tournament practice, choose your Pioneer deck, wait until 10 a.m. Eastern time to look for the match to join. Alright, so we're not that late. We made it. So the delay and the problem we were having is that ManaTraders didn't have my cards this morning. They didn't have my Bright Climb pathway, so I've been spinning tickets trying to find them with a bot, and it's just been a disaster. So the cool thing is that it actually lets us view our opponent's deck, and they're playing Burn. And we're going to keep this. I like this hand. Our opponent is playing Burn. Yeah, so our opponent is just like on straight up Burn, like. And the cool part is that it actually shows us their deck lists, so we can just pull it up and look at it, which is pretty exciting in my opinion. So we really just need to hit a land here. Keeping a one-lander like this was pretty aggressive. Okay. Play Al Saeed and say go. Our opponent's on 6, so hopefully we have 4 creatures here. If we can hit a land, we can probably draw out of the draw. We can probably play around their burn spells, especially with a blessing here, and we won't need to gain a whole lot of life to be able to win the game here. So I'm gonna pull up their list and look at their list really quick while we're sitting here. This is our opponent's deck list. Only playing 3 lightning strikes and the 1 shock. Okay, so they're playing a pretty stock list here. All right. Lava Runner. Wizard's Lightning this. Okay. They're down to 3 cards, which is good for us. I think I'm going to save the Hateful Eidolon until we can draw a land and put something on it. Pyromancer us. We go to 16. Lava Runner. Okay. We take 4, go to 12 here. All right, us drawing lands, not drawing a land here has been kind of rough. Really depends on what's in their hand right now. Like if they're forced to put Luris into their hand this turn and they don't have like interaction or anything, then imagine their last card's a land. They're gonna put Luris into their hand. Okay. All right, we're gonna take a chance that they just have to play their Luris and that we can get away with hopefully drawing a land. Well, we need to draw a land so that we can go Ethereal Armor, Sentinel's Eyes, and that should win us the game. If they drew a removal spell, it'll be tough to win this one here. They're playing Luris, okay. Then they're gonna play a Lava Runner. Yep. So we're going to block and take 4 and go to 4 here because I think our chances of winning the game lie in us drawing a land and being able to do a lot of things here. So if we play Ethereal Armor, it adds 3, which is 4, puts us to 8. Huh. Yeah, I think we're going to play Ethereal Armor, and I think we're going to say go. Hope they don't burn us out here. Hey, what's up, Adam? Thanks for coming by, man. I appreciate you. What are you up to, man? I was going to say you're up awful early, but I forget that's only me that sleeps till like, 12 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturdays. You mowing today or something like that? Isn't that like what you do on Saturday? Let's play Spades soon. Okay. I know that Spades is like kind of similar to Rook. I don't know a whole lot about Spades. I've only played it like once or twice when I was younger, but I'm down to play it, so let's do it. Yep, that puts us to 2. Ah, and that kills us. I don't understand what all the hesitation was about. See, yeah, and we were going to finally draw a land there. So if we draw a land any turn earlier than that, we just win the game on the spot. Dead weight seems really good. Deck and stone seems really good. Oh, actually, Apostle is. So let's cut Apostle. Let's bring in 1 of each and run it that way. Because we want all of our removal spells in this matchup. Getting Hateful Eidolon, Bucks football. Oh yeah, who they playing today, man? It's so weird to be talking about football at the end of March, but Western Carolina. Is that a good game? Is that a good game for them? You think ETSU will win it today? Battle of the border game. Absolutely, man. I mean, we know what our opponent's bringing in. Like, we should win, but who the heck knows? Okay, man. Fair enough. So, this is it's funny to say this, but I feel like this is when I play Burn, I think this is a good matchup for me. When I play Auras, I think this is a good matchup for me. I feel like this is actually a really close matchup. Western plays a lot of lands. Do they? Yeah, I bet they do. I would have liked to have drawn a second land that game. That would have been sweet. I think we would have definitely won that game if we'd have drawn a second land. Show Luris. Our opponent shows Luris. Yeah, we needed them to not draw a burn spell there at the end, and Pyromancer is basically a burn spell. If they had like drawn a land or if they drawn a creature, we would have definitely gotten out of that one. So I don't think we can keep this. We don't have any creatures. And yeah, we just have to mulligan this here. I think we're going to keep this and put a Sentinel's Eyes back. This is a tough decision. I think we're going to lead on the Stone Coil Serpent here. I have to shower. Good luck. Proud of you. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, buddy. It's also possible that the correct play would have just been to play Godless Shrine tap there, but I think being on the play, we want to get something on the field. I don't think they were playing like I know they were playing like Searing Blood, but I don't think they were playing like Smash to Smithereens or anything. Yeah, Searing Blood, Chain to the Rocks, stuff like that. Okay. Run out Al Said and say go here. This one he'll take the time to Wild Slash. That like 5th Wild Slash effect shock is like really good, I feel like. Eidolon? Searing Blood? Okay. Yeah, run it a 2-2 here, and then we can try to make something happen, maybe. Depending on what our opponent's hand looks like. I know we have to take some off the Eidolon here, but I think this is a good time to get this down. Plus, we get a 3-4 out of this, so... Yep. Our opponents had 4 removal spells and Chain to the Rocks. Like, I know this is what a lot of their deck is, but their draw doesn't get any better than this. Game 2? Yeah, this is game 2, man. I kept a 1-lander on the play, and... Yeah, I'm dead. Alright, well, we got fucked by our deck both times, so... Multiple Wizards Lightnings? Okay. Yep. I don't know why they've called me twice, but... One thing... Oh, what's our opponent on? It actually tells us what our opponent is on. Heroic? Oh, our opponent's playing Heroic! Okay, so this is questionably a great matchup for us. I really like being on the play. Hi, and good luck, my friend. It's nice to see you for like the 3rd time in like 12 weeks. Hang on, let's see what his heroic list looks like here. 2 of Johnny's Presents. Defiant Strike, God's Willing, Reckless Rage. So Reckless Rage is his only removal spell here. So yeah, I think we're gonna keep this. Play Stone Coil on 1, and then play Saram on 2. Good luck, have fun. A. Alright, cool. Favorite Hoplite? Sure. We're going to play this and get value out of it. We're going to try to get value out of it anyway. All that glitters is going to be a house next turn. I mean, unless our opponent has like double Reckless Rage here, that's kind of rough, but Not really much we can do about that. Our opponent probably wants to take the turn off and play Dreadhorde Arcanist here, if I had to guess. 10th District Legionnaire. Always yield. This makes this a 4/4, so if they want to, if they actually want to block, we get to kill both of their things, which I'm okay with. So, Expedite, okay. Expedite's a good card. Like, did he do that during his draw step? Or during his upkeep? Oh, he wanted to scry one. I guess he wanted to scry and draw before. I mean, yep, no blocks. I don't know what our opponent could have here, but I'm going to attack in anyway. This kind of feels like a trap, but we have a 5/5, so. Having another Stonecoil Serpent here to block the 10th District Legionnaire for free is really good. Plus, if this dies, we get to draw a card, so. This Defiant Strike. A Johnny's Presence, okay. I guess I just want to scry one. And gain Indestructible till end of turn, okay. Scry's one to the bottom. They scryed to the bottom earlier with their Expedite. We like to draw an aura here. Anything to buff up our Stonecoil Serpents would be great. Honestly, buffing up our Hateful Eidolon would be great here too, just to be able to, gain some life. So this is a free block, no matter what they do here. So, all right, and our opponent concedes. Their hand must have not been great. Okay, cards that are good in this matchup. Deadweight seems like a house. Declaration in Stone also seems very good in this matchup. Apostle of the Purifying Light does not seem great. Stonecoil, some number of Stonecoil. Chymetra's Blessing. Let's leave in 2 copies. And Sentinel's Eyes also seems pretty good. Griftspoon flies over the top. Actually, let's leave in Chymetra's Blessing and let's cut all that glitters. Let's try it like that. We're up a game over Boros Heroic here. We've played against this Big Ben guy like multiple times. We played against him last month when we were trying to qualify, and we played against him this month when we were trying to qualify, and now we're getting to play against him in the Swiss phase. So he's been I mean, every time we played, he's been very friendly. So we've even talked about how we play all the time. Yep, Sholurus. This we have to mulligan this. This hand has no lands. Our opponent keeps 7. This hand's a lot better. We'll keep this and put a caves on the bottom. And we will lead on Al Said here. Imagine our opponent has a 1-drop. Yeah, I think they play like Swift Spear and Soul Scar, so the odds of them not having a 1-drop are very low. We're going to say go here. Our opponent could very well just run us over this game. The fact that they're not adding something to the board and they're playing Defiant Strike here makes me feel pretty good. Yeah, we're not going to block. Okay. I mean, we're going to attack for 1 here. I'm not going to lie, I just kind of assumed our opponent had a Reckless Rage there. And then next turn, we have All That Glitters and Griff's Boon here, or we can just add a 3/3 Stone Coil to the board if we need to. We're just going to wait and use our Al Said here as protection for our Hateful Eidolon. We're at 19, and we're at 18, and we're not really, like, we could lose the game. No, actually, we couldn't, I don't think. Because Reckless Rage here adds a point. What are you targeting? Yeah, the counter's fine, and then 4 and 4. Give this pro red. Legionnaire. Yep. So I'm not gonna lie, the thought of, well, that makes it a little bit easier actually. Our opponent probably has a removal spell here. They probably play like Fiery Impulse out of the board or something. So it's possible we could lose this game from here. We'll probably lead on Cartouche here. I mean, it's possible we die here, but I don't feel like us blocking leads to us winning the game, so. Boros Charm? Yep. 8-10. Yep, I go to 3. They're going to follow this up with a Dreadhorde Arcanist, so that's not good for us. So we just kind of need him to brick here. Yeah, we need him to brick a little bit here. Because they're going to attack Reckless Rage our Stone Coil Serpent. Then we're going to throw our 1/1 in front of the favorite Hoplite, and we're going to throw our Saram in front of the Legionnaire, because if not, we take a chance of dying. Because any targetable spell will kill us. If it wasn't that way, we could just throw it in front of the Arcanist to prevent something like that. opponent's in the tank here. Yep, lol, send it. Invigorated Rampage would have been good for them here. Let's see if they play anything that can just blow us out here. 2 Devout Decree, 2 Tekken Stone, 2 Apostle. Oh, they do have Apostle of the Purifying Light, okay. Wild Slash, Light of Hope, Soul Guide Lantern. Yep, kill our Stone Coil Serpent like we talked about. We take 1, go to 2. Hopefully they didn't draw Wild Slash. So they did draw a land, so we could have just killed that and that would have been okay. This adds 3 points. Ethereal Armor off the top wins the game. Okay, so they have Luris in their hand. So am I just dead here? Did I just walk into a losing situation? Because we get to block there. We get to block there. Yeah, let's hope they just don't see the line. I mean, Deadweight would have been a great draw there. Slap it on the Arcanist. I think our opponent pretty clearly sees the winning line here. He does have to Defiant Strike the Dreadhorde Arcanist here. If he Defiant Strikes anything other than the Dreadhorde Arcanist. Yep, okay. Alright. So we brought in our removal spells. Do we want Thoughtseize? Like I don't feel like we want Thoughtseize, but maybe we do. I think we're just gonna run it back. Yep, reveal Luris. Yeah, we're definitely keeping this hand. Like, Hateful Eidolon allows us to draw cards off of our deadweights, which is phenomenal. We have lifelink, we have flying. Yeah, like this is everything we want. You got this. Thanks, Ben. I appreciate it, man. I'm hoping that stands true today. Our opponent mulligans, which helps a lot. Yes. Play Hateful Eidolon. Say go. We'd really like to draw a land here, and if they play a creature, we get 2 draw steps at it. Hopefully there's no Wild Slash. Drawing a land is phenomenal. It allows us to hold up Chymetra's Blessing here. And then next turn, we can really just kind of like, I feel like we can start to take over the game here. Alright, all 3 Chymetra's Blessings doesn't seem great here. think we're going to say go and hold up Kametra's Blessing here. We would have liked for them to have run out a threat that we could have killed immediately, but... Favorite hoplite? Sure. Really hope he goes for the Reckless Rage on my Alseid here. The counter is great. Blessing this. And so now our opponent can't attack, which is great for us. We'd really like to draw an untapped land here. I think we're going to play Grifspoon and just try to get in. Try to... We're really having to like hold up our protection spells here until we can draw a third land, so... I'd really rather play this safe than sorry kind of thing. Really wish this was like an ethereal armor. I'd really like to just strap an ethereal armor to something. Kametra's Blessing really allows us to play around things. Yep. And prevent all damage that would be dealt to it. And if he feels like attacking with his Dreadhorde Arcanist here is worth getting rid of our Hateful Eidolon, we at least get to draw a card that way. So that's pretty good for us. We're just going to keep chipping in here. The Dreadhorde Arcanist is now offline, which makes me feel a lot better about our situation and where we're at. We're getting close to where we can Lurrus loop our deadweights. Okay. Our opponent's in a pretty desperate spot here if they are upkeep scrying. Then they scry to the bottom. Kametra's Blessing here being my last card feels pretty solid. They're down to 2 cards. So this is like we're really having like a weird like dance and shuffle here. Sure. This feels like another removal spell if this is what he's doing. Yep, that makes sense. Prevent the damage. Let's see if you have another removal spell. I wasn't thinking about it, but the God's Willing getting rid of the dead weight was pretty good there. So he's trying to draw a removal spell in response here. This is okay because we get to draw a card here. Leaves to play, we draw a card. Yep. We're quite a bit ahead on the race here. We're going to put Luris into our hand. Being able to get Hateful Eidolon back from our graveyard is pretty good with the Luris, so Legionnaire. Is Gird for battle. Is our opponent playing Gird for battle? Our opponent is not playing Gird for battle. The dead weights are pretty good here. They're basically just extra removal spells. And then Cartouche, next turn, allows us to have extra blockers. Swiss Spears means he has nothing. So he has no cards in hand, which I find interesting. I think he's just trying to put the pressure on here. See, the cool thing about this is that we get to play this, we get to kill his Legionnaire, and then we get to get our dead weights back into our graveyard to have next turn to use. So we go to 20, our opponent goes to 1. All right, they concede. Okay, cool. All right, so it took a minute, but all right. What, baby? Oh, I love you too. I didn't hear you. All right, time for round 3. Our opponent is SKK. Pioneer Tournament Practice, waiting for Tar Heels 82. Oh man, there's a lot of these. All right, here we go. Time for round 3. We're 1-1 in the ManaTraders series. Reveal Luris. Oh, what's our opponent on? Man, I'm so not used to this open deck list stuff. Our opponent's playing aggro. Oh, we're playing the mirror. Except our opponent's playing 2 Stone Coil Serpents, 2 Ligonia Trailblazers, and they're only playing 2 Chimetrous Blessings and 3 Sentinel's Eyes, and they're playing a 20th land. Okay. Alright. We have no creatures, so we're going to mulligan. This hand is immediately better. We will keep this and put Saram on the bottom. We're going to play a 1/1 Stone Coil Serpent, and then we're going to play Saram, and then we're just going to try to draw as many cards and get in for as much as possible. Um, our hope here is that they don't have like big lifelinking creatures. Lifelink is like a really key way to winning this matchup. So our opponent also keeps 6 cards. Play a 1/1 Stonecoil Serpent and say go. We actually get to see how good Declaration in Stone is because that is specifically why we brought in the also a 1/1 Stonecoil Serpent. Okay. The Declaration in Stone was specifically for something like this where we wanted to be able to draw to play around protection from black. So our opponent has is set up kind of similar. So they have 2 Apostles in the main deck. So lucky for us, it's not really going to do them anything if they have one in their hand. So okay, so our opponent does not have a second land, which is great for us. Yep, get in for 2, buddy. It's like, please attack for 2. So we're going to attack for 5 here. If okay, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like our opponent conceded super early there, but we're not gonna complain. So we want basically everything here. I don't know if we really want Thoughtseize or not, but I feel like that's very questionable. Stone Coil's not great. All that glitters is not great. Yeah, I say we just try it like this. Bring in our removal spells, bring in our apostles, take out the slow cards and take out cards that are slow or don't do that much, and all that glitters is slow, and it doesn't give first strike. And Stone Coil is just like pro multicolored. It's not great here. Trample and Reach can be very good, but I think we're better off the way we have it set up. I also think the more I've played the mirror, I think Chymetra's Blessing is good in the mirror. So I'm not gonna lie, I really feel like our opponent conceded super early. What are you doing, baby? Oh. I feel like our opponent like really like I get it. Like you can go down pretty fast in those kind of scenarios, and like the Sentinel's Eyes was gonna be a house. They must have had a lot of 2-drops in their hand if they were okay with packing it in that early because that was very quick. Or they know you're too good. I highly doubt that's it. I hope so, but I highly doubt that's it. Either our opponent needs a minute here, or they're really debating what they're doing. Are they playing Deadweight or Fatal Push in their sideboard? Let's look at their list here. 4 Deadweight, 4 Thoughtseize, 2 Ephemia, 2 Apostle, 2 Legion's In. So Legion's In is going to be really good in this matchup, but also kind of really bad. I'm going to be honest. I don't. Our opponent is playing Lagona Trailblazer, and if they're playing against Burn, like that 1 mana 0/4 is great, but like I don't know. It's just hard for me to get in on that creature besides that matchup. Like I don't know like what else you want that in. We're going to keep this. I feel like this hand's pretty good, so having vigilance is key. Our opponent has a Trailblazer. Obviously, they like the Trailblazer in this matchup as well. We're going to play Hateful Eidolon and say go. We're kind of leaving our Hateful Eidolon exposed to a deadweight here, but oh, Laguna Trailblazer gets pretty big pretty quick here, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. We're going to play Saram and say go. So now if we cast our deadweight and they play a creature here without a second land, we get to A, kill their creature that they play. Okay. Yep, yield to the trigger. We're just going to try to gain some life here. And then if they go for, yep, like I'm willing to bounce here. I'm willing to let this happen. We're gaining life this way. Laguna? 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 I think Laguna sounds better. Our opponent doesn't have Fatal Push, so that we know we don't have to play around Fatal Push, which is actually kind of nice. Like, normally I think open deck lists is, like, very, like, stupid, and I'm not a big fan of it, but yeah, like, this game feels over. I don't know what our opponent could have here. They had a one-lander both times. Yeah, all right, cool. So yeah, sweet. All right, well, we're 2-1 in the ManaTraders series here. Our opponent kept a one-lander game 1 and game 2, and they ended up they just never got there, and so it really worked out for us. We never really got to see Declaration in Stone have value. So leaving in Kymetra's Blessing was good though. I really like the way we sideboarded that game. Like, I know that the way we sideboarded didn't affect the game a lot. And bringing in Thoughtseize would have been okay. But I don't. I really think that you waiting for Killmaster P. All right, let's do it. Our opponent is playing Aspect. Oh, our opponent is playing Mono Green. Aspect of the Hydra Mono Green. Okay. They're playing 4 Back to Natures in their sideboard. Fuck our opponent. God. Game 1, this is hypothetically a good matchup, though. Our opponent keeps 7. Oh. This feels like a questionable hand. I think we're going to mulligan this and hope for a lifelinker. And our hand's better here. Keep this. Put the planes on the bottom. Attack for 2. At least our opponent's very aware that this is a bad matchup for them because they're playing 4. Playing Collected Company, Primal Might, so they do have main deck removal spells here. Smells like a Collected Company. Nope, they're just going to start pushing in. Yeah, we're going to take 6, go to 16 here. What is the blue for? Stubborn Denial? Okay. Sentinel's Eyes is really good. Cartouche is really good. It's just like such a, like the life linking, like, you know, maybe we're not winning this match right now if we didn't have life linkers on the field, so. Yep. We're going to go to 19 here. We're going to play Al Said here. It's going to be basically protection for the rest of the game, so. Now we can block. They just had aspect of the Hydra their last turn, I imagine, so they were wanting us to block. So, Thoughtseize is going to be our best friend. Declaration in Stone is going to be our best friend. Apostle of the Purifying Light doesn't really do anything. Alright, we don't want to cut all of our creatures. We want Chymetra's Blessing. I think we want some number of Chymetra's Blessing. Try it like this. Yeah, Thoughtseize really helps us out in this matchup. Alright, we snagged the first one, so if we get blown out by Back to Natures this game, we at least get to be on the play for the third one, so we're up a game right now. This hand has a lot of upside, so I think we keep this and hope we get there. Wonder how they sideboarded besides bringing him Back to Natures. Probably brought in the Hexproof from black, the other Primal Mites, and the Back to Natures. Yeah, okay. Lead on Hateful Eidolon. And also the good news is that if they back to nature when we have a bunch of stuff on the field, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and run out one of our Sarams here and say go. The annoying part about decks like this is that aspect of the Hydra can just kill you out of nowhere. So, yeah, we're gonna take 4 here. Collected Company, okay. 3 cards in hand. Ronus and Steelleaf Champion, okay. Draw a card. Yeah, I feel like we have to get this down here to be able to have a chance here. Like, we really wanted to play our Thoughtseize there, but like playing our Thoughtseize there would have been great, but because they were tapped out, we could have just really took something from their hand and got good information. But I mean, they also just have 16 power in play, and we're at 14. Like, Hopefully it's not back to nature here. Primal Might. It's like that does allow us to gain a bunch of life, so good with the bad. We're gonna hop in front with the token here. Another collected company. Wow. Okay. Back-to-back collected companies here was really good. That one did not go well. That's okay. They didn't have back to nature or anything, but that one didn't go well. All right. I still think this is how we want it. Just to try and run out like this. Hopefully draw Deck and Stone at an appropriate time. I don't think we want dead weight. Like, it could come in handy to dead weight their stuff, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna like fit the bill. Yep, we'll go first. Reveal Luris. This hand's really good. It has potential for like really high upside plays. We're gonna lead on Al Saeed here. Hopefully we draw a land. One lander on the play is always a little scary, but we're going to go for it here. And the next turn, we'll have Thoughtseize. Okay. Draw a land, please. Okay, that's good. Okay. Attack for 4. So he drew a Ronus. Okay. I mean, we really need like an ethereal armor here or something. All right, we're drawing pretty poorly here. Like, we really only need one creature to like really turn, like one aura to turn this game around. Could like draw us into multiple things here. So really hoping like they have to spend their mana to pump Scavenging Ooze to attack. That really sucks. Yeah. Parkide Troll, Elvish Mystic. Now we know none of the cards in their hand. All right, we need a good one here, deck. Game's not over. Just I mean, Cartouche was good. It made an extra blocker and allowed us to. I mean, I'm gonna block with the Saram here. Like, you can pump twice. 6, 7, 8, 9, which isn't lethal. So really need to hit like Ethereal Armor, all that glitter, something here. Scooz and an unknown, sure. All right, deck. Our 7th land and 15 cards was not. Oh man. All right. Well, we lose. Right. They get to make a 4/4. Throw that in front, block something else. We'll run it out and see what happens here. I mean, we'll keep playing. Like, even another creature would have been fine there. Like, just to, I mean, anything to have been able to put something on the board. We single-handedly lost this game because we drew 7 lands. This is also a great matchup for us. Like, even with 4 Back to Natures in the sideboard, this is still a great matchup for us. Like, we just straight up lost to the Moto Shuffler. So I have to do this, and then if I block here, it's 4, 9, 11. I gain 3. It's exactly lethal. You just have a Back to Nature in your hand. And I haven't counted if I'm dead or not, but... Yep. Oh, we were finally going to draw a Declaration of Stone. Finally draw a removal spell. Well, we're 2-2 now. I mean, in 15 cards, we drew 7 lands. Like, Mastermind's Acquisition. If they win, they're winning with Peer into the Abyss. Alright, we're on the play here, which is good for us. This is a good and bad matchup all at the same time here. Hi and good luck, opponent. Yes, I would like to go first. What deck? He's playing the combo deck. The, what's that land called? The one that sacrifices 2 lands when it comes into play. Lotus Field. This is the Lotus Field combo deck that we're playing against. Alright, we're 2-2. We're trying to finish, well, I say finish. We got 4 more rounds of this. ManaTraders series today. We're 2-2. We've had a couple of bad draws today that have put us out. Couple games we drew too many lands. Couple games we couldn't draw any lands. So, but it's been fun. We kind of hope our opponent mulligans here. All right, they're not going to oblige. I can't blame them. If I was them, I wouldn't either. We're gonna have to hope we draw some more. Gotcha. Hadn't seen them play Pier before. Okay, I got you. Arboreal Grazer is bad. Yeah, drawing creatures is not what we want here. And they put in a blast zone. That's great. That's great. Strategic planning, I can assume. Brawl, okay. Alright, let's hope we draw some auras. Get one of their blockers off the field this way. Oh my god, I targeted the Arboreal Grazer. Alright, well, that probably just lost us this game. Misclick of the century right there. Yep, cycle on tap. Dig through time is a pretty good one. Yep. Yeah, man, I can't blame you, Bryson. That was terrible. That misclick guy, like that that might have actually just cost me the game. We really need to draw like an ethereal armor here or something. Search your library for a card and put it into your hand. We need to draw some aura here. I mean, we're going to try to load up multiple creatures here. We're going to attack with everybody. Hopefully he throws his Brawl in front of something. Alright, we're going to do this the right way this time. And we're going to say go. We're putting on as much pressure as we can here with the way our hands played out. He's going to strategic planning, probably copy that, play hidden strings for 1 mana, untap both of his lands, and then kind of go off from there. At least I imagine that's what's happening. I'll just pour over the pages. That's also really good. Pour over the pages is so good. Dig through time. Yeah, we probably lost this turn. Yep, there's the hidden strings. Now, yep, hidden strings for 1. Half the number of cards in their library and loses half their life, round up each time. Okay, so, oh yeah, that's right. That's how they win the game, I think. That's probably the card they went and searched for out of their sideboard with the Masterminds acquisition. Well, we're going to lose this game. Let's take a moment to look at their list some more. Temple, Stage, Coast, Dig Through Time. So there's 1 Peer into the Abyss in the main and 1 in the side. Okay. Green means they're going to return something to their hand. Yep. Now they're going to play... Wait, what'd they return? Wasn't even paying attention. I think from here they can just return Peer, cast Peer on us, return Peer, cast Peer on us, kind of thing. Omniscience? Without paying their mana costs. Okay. Sure. Just approach. Sure. Okay, and they had Dig Through Time number 3 in their hand. Grips Boon, and all that glitters. So yeah, we were actually going to win that next turn. Okay. So we want Thoughtseize for sure. Apostle's not great. Blessing is extra medium. I don't really feel like we want anything else. Like Declaration in Stone seems medium. I don't really feel like I want that for the brawls. I think we just want to bring in our Thoughtseizes and try to race them here. So we're down a game against Lotus Field combo, but that is what our Thoughtseize is for. So hopefully we can win these couple here. If this hand had a creature, this would be great. I'm gonna mulligan. Yeah, this hand's a lot better. We're gonna keep this and put a cartouche back on the bottom. We get to lead on. Our opponent also mulligans, which is good for us. We don't have any hand disruption in our hand, so we're going to lead on Al Said here. And then we're going to play Hateful Eidolon Ethereal Armor and get him for 4. Temple of Mystery. Okay. Puts 1 card on the bottom. Chip in for 4. Our life total is not super relevant. Like, I honestly don't think our life total matters at all here. Wilt. Okay. Try and get in here. Another one? Oh, strategic planning this time. Okay. Alvamaya Coast. Okay. Arboreal Grazer having reach is pretty good. They're going to block. So they don't have a way to bounce our stuff or deal with our things here. We actually have 12 points with the All That Glitters in our hand, so return Wilt to your hand. I mean, that's fine. I get to draw 3 cards, so we're going to continue adding threats to the board. Next turn, hopefully we draw a land. A 3rd land would be good here. Should have looked at their sideboard some more. I didn't realize they were playing Wilt. How many are they playing? They're playing 2 Wilt. Oh, blink of an eye. Okay. Our opponent has drawn insanely well here. They haven't really drawn a combo pieces yet, but they've drawn a lot of... we're going to keep putting bodies on the board, so... And attacking. Like, it's possible that we can just lose any turn here, but there's nothing we can really do, so... They've had a very reactive hand this game, not really a combo-oriented hand. The only good thing is that, like, the cards in their hand, like, the cards that they've played so far don't really allow them to combo, necessarily. Vizier of Tumbling Sands, okay. Try to spread out the damage as much as possible here. I mean, they either view keeping, like, I imagine they'll block, like, yeah, I was like, I imagine they'll block something and take 7 and then try to combo us this turn. Do they have some kind of, like, mass bounce spell? Anger, Supreme Verdict, Wilt, feels like Peer into the Depths. Opponent, you have half the deck in your hand. You have to be able to win here. Are they going to put a... It comes into play tapped. I really don't understand what just happened. How did we not lose the game? They had half their deck in their hand. Like, I don't know a lot about that deck, but that feels like 101 I should have lost. I mean, like, I guess they realize that they, like, now they just get to kill me this turn, I guess. I don't know. Okay. Like, they have to have, like, a granted in their hand, right? Here or something? Yeah. So they couldn't do that last game. They couldn't do that last turn. But they were able to put enough blockers in the way. That sucks. They're going to go to 8. They're going to cast Dig Through Time, get their card, go to 8. Yeah, that's frustrating. Post our match here. All right. We are 2 and 3 on the day. Well, I got to see and look at what our opponent's playing. I forget that's a thing. Azorius Spirits. All right. They're playing 4 Shacklegeist. The last couple times I've played this, it's not been good for us. Yeah. This isn't going to be great for us, especially on the draw. We're going to keep this because we have, well, we can't keep this. We need to play black into that. Yeah, we have to mulligan this. We'll keep this one, put Apostle back. Mausoleum Wonder. I don't really care about Mausoleum Wonder. Play Al Said, say go here. They can have a good hand as long as they don't have Shacklegeist. Shacklegeist is going to be like the big one for us. Yep. We're going to run it out here and see if they have Lofty Denial. Yep. No, we're not going to pay 4. We'll trade life totals. Thank you. And then we'll just try to Griff Spoon is generally like the decider here in this matchup, but all their creatures fly, so it doesn't really have that much. Doesn't really do anything. Debating whether he actually wants to hit this one. He probably will take this one if I had to guess. Spell Queller this. This worked out very nicely. We get to slam our Ethereal Armor now and start attacking. We'd really like to have our Griff Spoon, just because having it allows us to block and attack very well. Rattle Chains, okay. Playing Rattle Chains now, I assume just wanting to pump up the jam here. Our opponent attacks for 4 here, which means they either have a Shacklegeist they're going to flash in, or they're just trying to race here. Cast our Griff Spoon here. This not only adds 2 points to the board, but makes it to where we can attack and block. Lofty Denial. No. Put Lurrus into our hand. We'll attack for 5 here. Mausoleum Wanderer is fine. Get in for 6. Yep. I'm not even gonna like play Lurrus and try to get like debated here. I'm just gonna like equip Griff's Boon and try to attack. They don't have the they obviously don't have a shackle, guys, so they're gonna have to draw one, or we're just gonna be able to keep sitting here and doing this. And I'm okay with like playing this game, like playing this song and dance. I'm gonna be honest, I feel very confused by that line of play, but we haven't won this game yet. A Shacklegeist really locks up our hand pretty hard here. Do you have a Spell Queller in your hand? Is that the actual last card in your hand? That are a Lofty Denial? The actual Spell Queller, okay. They get to get our Lurrus. We're going to play Hateful Idol on here. And say go. I mean, one Shacklegeist lets them get back in the game here, so. Yep, put Rattle Chains in front. They must have like drawn a land or something, because they would have flashed something in there before damage. All right. They did not draw Shacklegeist, which was good for us. We want all of these cards. We want all of these cards. Apostle, Ace, Moimalo, all that glitters is extra medium at best. Kametra's Blessing is not great. And now it's just cutting a random one off. I guess Cartouche doesn't seem great. Deadweight's good removal. Thoughtseize lets us take their hand apart. And Declaration in Stone is just like, they play a lot of 4 of, so it really helps sweep. Legion's in would be better in this matchup. Than Declaration in Stone is here, so. Luris. We can't keep this because if they have Lofty Denial on turn 2, the game's just kind of over. This hand is immediately better. We're going to ship a land here. Playing Spectral Sailor during your turn is interesting. I'm curious to know what made them want to do that. Hopefully they tap out for a Shacklegeist here. That would just, like, be the nuts. Man. Ask and you shall receive. They're going to tap our Eidolon down. We're going to draw a card, though. Play our Cartouche and say go. Okay, Spectral Sailor is fine. The thing that I really don't like about this matchup is that they get to play at instant speed and we're forced to play at sorcery speed. Yeah, give that protection. That seems pretty good. Ethereal Armor is really good here. And honestly, I'm going to attack with the Vigilance token here. I am okay with trading our token for any one of these spirits. They win with having a mass of creatures on the field, so if they want to trade my 1/1 token that I made off of my aura for one of their creatures, I'm like completely okay with that trade. So this is a hard turn because if we don't do anything, they simply just say, they just draw a card. So we kind of have to make a play here. So we're going to run out our Saram here. See what they do. They're going to let that resolve. I'm not going to attack with the token this turn because them attacking with the token this turn, they could have something to do. So, yeah, they're just going to draw a card. Now, we didn't know that. They could have flashed in something and blocked our token. So keeping our token on the field is by far the best play there. I imagine with 3 cards, they have at least one other land in their hand. I could be wrong. Yes, yield to drawing a card. I think we're just going to cast Thoughtseize here. And they might counter this if they have something, but I'd really just kind of like to deck and stone. Okay. So they have 2 lands in their hand. They're going to draw a card here. I'm really interested to know why they didn't cast their Declaration in Stone last turn. Oh, they drew an Isolate, though. That's pretty good. Play a Hallowed Fountain tapped. Yeah, I mean, we have, like, all of this is happening, and we still have Lurrus in our hand. They have Island and an Unknown. Top deck. Oh, okay. Top deck the Isolate. I mean, you plan to draw him, opponent. Like, I get what you're saying. Like, I can appreciate that you at least said that, but not like mad about it. Like, it sucks and it really slows the game down and like makes it to where the game could shift in your direction. But like you play him to draw him. There's nothing I can do about it. Okay. Our opponent has an island in hand and that's it. If our opponent draws another land, they'll probably activate here to draw a card. Yep, like I said. Play their island. Play a lord. Yep. Okay. All right. Our opponent's putting something together here. We draw a card off the Saram, and we draw a card off the Hateful Eidolon trigger. Stonecoil Serpent's great in this matchup. Pro multicolored is like not half their deck, but it is. It's like 16 cards in their deck is like are multicolored. So that and having reach in trample is just really good. Do you draw another spell queller or a lofty denial maybe? It is a spell queller. Okay. I still get to draw a card, which is good. Deck and Stone's really good. Okay, gonna try and draw into a spell queller so that you can counter our abilities. Okay. We get to draw another card off the Saram here. Deck and Stone. That Deck and Stone's also really good. Like they can't block. Like we have an attacker and a blocker. There's one Declaration Stone in their hand that's left in their deck that's left. They also don't have um, Isolate doesn't kill our Stonecoil Serpent here. And unless you drew a third Spell Queller, I mean, I guess you could have a Lofty Denial. I don't even know if our opponent has those in after board. So we're gonna attack here unless they have a Shacklegeist. Draw card. Okay. You can block all you want, but our stuff has first strike, so. Yes, I'll shock. Put Luris into my hand and say go. Our opponent has 2 cards in hand, so it's possible they have a counter spell, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm just gonna like no respect my opponent here, and just gonna kind of jam everything. Like we're on the front foot here. Lofty denial. Okay, no. Okay. We're gonna play a Hateful Eidolon here and say go. Like it would have been nice to resolve our Luris and just started like deadweighting stuff to draw like a bunch of cards, but Supreme Phantom is fine. Yep. Oh, I was like our opponent said GG. I was like, man, if you yep, Fleoxen. What a name. Our opponent's on the play. We're on the draw. Hi and good luck, opponent. Well, I mean, this hand is great, but let's look and see what our opponent's playing. Auras? Oh, it's the mirror again. Sweet. Alright. Okay. Yeah, this hand's good for the mirror, especially having a Saram is great, so. Being on the draw kind of sucks, but we can lead on Hateful Eidolon. Yep, you too? Okay, cool. And then I'm gonna play Saram next turn. And try to just try to outdraw our opponent here. Hopefully they don't have a Saram. Okay. It's a very aggressive start for our opponent. Very good too because they get to block. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have like all that glitters ethereal armor here. They do have all that glitters though. Or it's a Saram. All that glitters. Ethereal armor probably kills us. Nope. Doesn't kill us. That is quite a bit of damage though. So yeah, we're just dead. Okay, so our opponent had an insane draw there. Oh, Grip Spoon was the next card. Man, having Grip Spoon there would have been great. So we want Stone. We want Apostle. We want Deadweight. Don't want all that glitters. Yeah, this is what we did earlier and it worked for us, so we're going to try it again. Losing that game there, like our opponent had the Grip Spoon and the Sentinel's Eyes there, which was really good. Our hand was really good though. Like that was a good hand from, like we had a good hand there. This hand has the ability to go the distance, so we're gonna keep it and hope we get a little lucky. We'd really like to draw a land here off the top. So we're going to attack here. We would have liked to have drawn a land there. Drawing Hateful Eidolon is okay. Gives us potential for our deadweight here. Apostle of the Purifying Light is very good. And if they're willing to make this trade here, I'm willing to oblige, so. Okay, so our opponent has drawn the absolute nuts both games here. Our opponent has Vigilance and First Strike every game. I mean, we're going to say go. There's like a 98% chance that we've lost this game, but. Well, I mean, there is 2 Deccan Stones in the deck that we really need to draw here. I really hope they run out their Luris. If they do, we can deadweight and draw some cards here. Draw something good, please. Okay. So they're going to play their Luris here, which is fine. I mean, we're going to 6. We don't have anything to do. They're going to play their Hateful Eidolon. I think having another having another blocker is important here. Really like to draw a land here, please. We're also going to 17 here. I mean, which means short of our opponent drawing a Griffspoon here, I think we win next turn. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of amazed that we haven't lost this game yet. Feels like we should have lost by now. I mean, I was like, it's only so good because you give it protection from white and it loses all of its stuff, buddy. I kind of thought we'd lost right there, but I was like, okay, like we haven't. So, all right, cool. So, I mean, if they, I think our opponent realizes that if they stack to give it pro white, that they lose all their stuff is why they haven't done it yet. And our ethereal armor just lets us win the game next turn. So, okay. I think our opponent did that on purpose. All right, cool. So we actually ended up winning that game somehow. I still think that was a little crazy, but yeah, I think we won it just the way it is. Don't want to change anything. This hand doesn't have a creature, or I would absolutely snap this off. Keep this, put this on the bottom, I guess. We can dead weight whatever they do on turn 1, and then we have double Apostle of the Purifying Light, so. Stone Coil for 2, okay. See? Fly? Yeah, that's absolutely right. Land here? This another all that glitters? Yep. I don't know what could be in their hand, but I think we're forced to say go here. I think we just kind of have to hope we get lucky here. For 5 seconds. Stop posting links. Okay, cool. Thanks, Nightbot. Wow, are you serious? You had 3 all that glitters, and it's going to win you the game. That is a terrible decision. So that's 7. That puts us to 1. Game 2. Yep. Deck and stone, please. Finally, we draw a 3rd land 20 turns too late. Well, again, it's black counterspell and recent standard other than drown in the lock. Not that I know of, not off the top of my head. I mean, there might be one, but I don't know it off the top of my head. Hi and good luck. Our opponent mulligans to 6. We're gonna keep. We wish we had one more creature, but this hand's pretty good as it is. So hopefully we dodge like a turn 1 removal spell or a Thoughtseize here. This more than likely means either the rock that's playing Llanowar Elves or it's green-black Stompy. Definitely feels like green-black Stompy. Ronus, yep. Play Cartouche, make an extra blocker. We get to chip in here. Having Grifts of Boon's going to be great. We hope to draw a land. Is this Collected Company? Heart's Desire into Lovestruck Beast. Attack for 5. Stompy. Yep, it is indeed Stompy. Play Hateful Eidolon. Attack for 7. Yeah, okay, our opponent concedes. Cool. Alright. Declaration in Stone is really good. Deadweight seems extra medium in this matchup. I don't really know if I want it. We're going to cut Apostles. And we're going to cut all that glitter. Oh, Rex Sage off the top. Thanks a lot, Joseph. Appreciate you, buddy. I really want Chimetra's Blessings. They're good in this matchup. Pro multicolor is not going to matter a lot, but it's a good creature to have. Bring in Deck and Stone and Thoughtseize because they might be running back to nature. But I don't think we want Deadweight here. Did you guys exfil? You got a whole bunch of crystals? That's awesome. Are you like level 250 yet? Huh? Wow. That's still really high. Where do you want to be by the time the weekend's over with? Okay, let's set a realistic goal. You'll be at 200 by the time we go to bed tonight. Get out of here. I'm sorry. What? I actually took the apostles that I had in the deck out. Vanguard or apostle. I mean, paying 4 life to block every turn might as well just be me not blocking. And the apostle, like that's for 1 card that I want that against, so it doesn't seem great. I could be convinced that all their removal is black. I mean, yeah, that's why I left in the Chimetra's Blessings. I could be talked into leaving an apostle. Um, well, the draws have not been great to us so far, but discards Elvish Mystic. Okay. We're just going to take the hit for 7 here. Looks like Joseph is here to serve you that juicy 3-5. Lol. This game's not going great. Heart's Desire into Lovestruck Beast again. We need to draw an aura here. Grapes of Boon is an aura, technically. It does fit that bill that I was talking about. So I get to attack for 6 here. They go to 12, we go to 19. I'm going to throw my Al Said here in front. This is a collected company. That's a pretty good draw step. You get to attack for 5. Wasn't a collected company, it was Back to Nature. I think this game from here involves us putting Luris into our hand to win the game here. It's like they're either discarding their last card or they have a collected company. Hopefully they drew a land. Now, they can get in for 17 here if they want to. Or, I'm sorry, if they have a land, they can get in for 17. Yep. I think I just pump up and get in there, boss. So, next turn, we get to start the loop of Luris and Al Said. Yep, put us to 1. Oh, the great hinge is really good for them. So I actually just get to leave this the way that it is. We draw an aura, we win, I believe. Cartouche makes this 6. Griff's Boon makes this 8. And then the Chimetra's Blessing in our hand is 10. So, I forgot about that. And it's good that we have Declaration and Sonnen to back us up because I'm bad. So, yeah. Deck and Stone this. And say go. Hinge? Yeah, you called that. I imagine you said that right about the time I was going to throw. Hey, we went anyway. All right, well, cool. Cool. Well, we went 4 and 4 today. Wasn't exactly the turnout I was hoping for. Like, wasn't exactly how I expected everything to go. We did a lot of testing to try and find the right deck and then find the right configuration of the deck. But the deck felt solid. We just had some bad games where we drew poorly, and our opponents drew pretty well today. So I mean, it was a fun day, it was a good day, but look forward to next month when we can try again. So, but guys, if you came and hung out today, I really appreciate it. Thanks for coming by and watching the abysmal play that was me today. But I appreciate it, and I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later.